Here is our implementation in C. We go back again to this sine wave.c. We'll have to include this time this math.h because we're going to use cosine and the sine. They are part of our coefficients here. There's the sine for y of 1 and the cosine for what I'm calling here a. This can also add more complexity and can have demand more processing time, so we need to be aware of this. Here I'm defining what I'm calling z buffer. So this will store the y0 or the yn minus 2, and this is the yn minus 1, and this will be the coefficient a. So now we have a function to calculate these coefficients. So this is our coefficient a, and this is our coefficient n minus 1. And now we will also have, we will use this shift buffer. So we will use this to shift this to here, and we will add the current, we will shift this to here, and then we will add the current value here, and then we will shift, and doing this in a loop. This will always remain the same, and this is what we're doing here. So the buffer length minus 1 gets the value of the current output, and this here now is the function that generates the sine wave. So we assign to the output the buffer 0 times the amplitude. So this is the same as doing here. We have this buffer 0 like we used in Python, and then it will calculate the current output, which is, let's call it a y of 2, and it will shift. So the y of 0 becomes the y of 1, the y of 1 becomes the y of 2, and then it will return the output, and the output is always the buffer 0. So in the main, before we will calculate the Z transform, so we want it for frequency of 1000 Hertz, and this is the sampling frequency. And then later, when we want, we will assign to the right output. So we are calling the sine wave. This is the frequency we want, and this is the amplitude we want, and the sampling frequency. So this one to calculate the coefficient that we are going to use, and then one to generate the sine wave, so to generate the values. So the difference here is that we are using this buffer, we are using this buffer shift, and it's a different approach. So there are many ways how to implement this, there are many ways how to optimize, but this is just one way so we can understand what's going on. And this is the implementation that we will do. Later there will be a demo of all these algorithms in action, and how we will set Code Composer Studio also to see a graph of this generated sine, and we also will listen to the generated sine waves.